So you know what? Since we start off the show with it, let's go ahead and get right into our good, bad, and ugly. Since you've already told everyone what my good was, my good was that we got a good Rampage card out of this Dynamite. Because it wasn't a horrible episode, but it was just, there was nothing to write home about. Except for the fact that we're probably going to get our best Rampage of the year.
Willow versus who?
Willow versus Emi Sakura.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus who?
I believe that is that Action Andretti.
I know he's on the card.
I don't know if those two are facing each other or not, but yeah, they're both on the card. And
Shibata Lee Moriarty.
Shibata versus Lee Moriarty. Dog. That's
what they call it, title night, Friday title night, or championship Friday, championship Rampage, because all of these have some kind of title from around the world on the line. Because on top of that, you have the AAA Omega Championship.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Vikingo, Dralistico, and Commander, and a triple threat.
Oh, that might be a time that we got to bring back count the rotations.
Yeah, that'll be a count the rotations match.
In a similar vein, my good, not somebody who does as many flips or as any of them, but kind of runs the same like Mexico circles and everything. It's the kind of thing that usually ends up as a hidden night, but Bandito holding up Wheeler Yuta for a full 60 seconds for a delayed vertical suplex. Just counting the entire time.
That was really good. I mean, I always love Bandito's delayed vertical suplexes, but it's something about it adds to it while you're watching the Lucha Bros super kick everybody who tries to stop it. It's great.
I should have left it for a hidden night because I know something else now, but whatever. My bad.
Yeah, you're bad.
I don't even know, man, for a bad of the night, because there wasn't anything I like really, really disliked outside of one thing we already talked about that should be the ugly. So I don't know. We got Hook and Jungle Boy back together, which as a team makes no sense because neither one of them can talk.
My issue with the Jungle Hook thing is Jungle Boy did all that talk about not wanting to go for a tag title or anything like that. He wants singles gold. And he's like, yeah, I lost once, so I'm just going to go for I'm just going to tag with Hook again. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that was not the coolest to me either.
I'm just grasping at straws at something that kind of fits that middle ground of it's not the worst thing ever.
So, my bad is going to be that Max Caster called himself the best wrestler on the planet. Sir, I love you.
He always does.
But you... It's great. You're a great sports entertainer, that's for sure.
For my ugly, and I know you say that you always go for something fashion, so I mean, feel free to hop on with this because we talked about it, but the way in which Tony Khan made his big Collision announcement of being that CM Punk will be featured. We came up with a way that kind of rationalizes the decision to do it that way, but at the same time, surprise factor and that kind of stuff. Like you could have revealed CM Punk would be there in a number of different ways, like just have him show up when you announce Collision or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah. So I actually didn't go fashion related on this one. Um, because the Elite backstage segment, I didn't like any of that at all. I
I
felt
feel
like
like
it
the
was
middle of it.
rushed.
I feel like the middle of it was very awkward. The beginning was kind of standard and cliche.
Yeah,
It was all just to build to that one line at the end from Hangman.
yeah. And that was, I don't know. I didn't like that it was all about the one line.
But listen, if you don't know shit about Kota Ibushi, just know, um, take Takeshita to the next level, but also very athletic, like moonsaults and that kind of stuff.
I've seen some
Ibushi's
of his stuff.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some of his stuff. So I
Wait, so
mean, if you've been paying attention, they've been trying to make you feel like it's gonna happen. 'Cause they're like, Takeshita's joining. Nope, nope, never mind. He's joining the BCC, or at least Don Callis instead.
So here's the real question when it comes to that. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Ibushi is technically he's a free agent. In my
From
head at first I thought this might have been setting up stuff for Forbidden Door, but I'm like, no, technically he's a free agent. It has nothing to do with like anybody crossing over.
won't be forbidden. It'll just be a door. If they have an event called the Door, then he'll be there. But,
Yeah, just thinking when it would be logical for him to show up. Which
yeah.
I mean he still has all the New Japan history, so it still makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, it's going to be whenever. I think it'll be whenever they get jumped next.
Well, without getting too much into where we have to go eventually down the line and then rehash it.
I'm gonna say,
I'm not sure when that will be because if they're not with BCC, then we gotta get a whole group out of that first.
yeah.
See, if we want to jump right into that one, I don't know where exactly we start. Do we start with Don Callis' promo? Do we talk with the Blackpool Combat Club match? Do we start with the little video package from the Elite backstage?
Um, all of it.